Well, good Tuesday evening, Arkansas. This is Chief Forecast coming back here once again here to give you guys your evening forecast video for your 7-day forecast. Comes out later this evening here. So we don't have much to talk about on radar at this point. We've got temperatures falling into the upper 40s and 50s, still clinging on to 61 degrees down there near Texarkana at this current time here. But like I mentioned before, over the last couple of days, the last week, this week is actually going to be very, very quiet across the area. Very tranquil weather across the area. Temperatures probably in the 60s, overnight lows in the 40s. But we do have some active weather to talk about as we get towards this weekend, and especially as we get towards your Thanksgiving time frame here, guys. So we're going to go ahead and kind of jump over to the evening highlights here. This is going to be a kind of a relatively kind of quick video, nothing much to really talk about here. So we do have rainfall that's going to return late this weekend and early next week. I'm going to go over that coming up here in just a little bit. And I'm going to talk to you guys about the cold air that's coming in as we get towards the probably around that Tuesday, Wednesday time frame of next week. But I do believe, and I talked about this morning, I do believe there will be yet a stronger shot of cold air coming in as we get towards that the last week of November to the early part of December across the area here. And speaking of all things cold, like I said, I've had a lot of demand for our winter outlook. What are we thinking? What is it going to look like? This is what our winter outlook is going to look like. It's going to be on YouTube. The link is going to be in the description below. Also, we have this on Facebook as well. All you got to do on Facebook, just send us a message. Say, hey, I'm looking for the winter outlook. We'll send you what's called a PDF file. You'll be able to view it in the text format of what we're thinking for this upcoming winter here, guys. And so far, I do believe, especially with the upcoming pattern coming up, I do believe the winter outlook at least is going to start off with at least above 90% accuracy going into the December time frame here, okay? Now, speaking of cold, speaking of rain, you know who needs the rainfall right now? Southeastern Arkansas, Lincoln, Deshay, Drew, Ashley, and Chico counties. I've got those county names memorized for the burn bans because they continue to be in a burn ban risk at this point. You need the rainfall down there, folks. Point blank, simple, straight to the point. You need the rainfall. Everyone else across the state is good, but Southeastern Arkansas, far Southeastern Arkansas needs the rainfall, and badly, guys, because they're still dealing with the wildfire danger down there at this point. I do realize we still do have eastern and southern Arkansas in that moderate wildfire danger here, but we've had a lot of rainfall here across the area. I think southeastern Arkansas desperately needs the rainfall across the board here. Okay, so let's go and kind of talk to you guys about tonight, and then I'm going to dive into some model data so you guys kind of get a visual of what to expect as we get towards next week here. So across the board, not much to expect tonight. Temperatures going to be a little cooler tonight. Temperatures in the upper 30s, northwestern Arkansas, to the 40s across the area, clinging into the 50s down there in far southern in southeastern Arkansas at this current time here. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump over straight to the model data here, and I'm going to use Euro first. And then I'm going to talk to you guys about the GFS, because I have seen the GFS's map all day long on social media here. And I'm going to talk to you guys about that. I got tongue-tied, excuse me. I'm going to talk to you guys about that coming up here in just a little bit, okay? So this is the Euro, and let's take this out all the way through. So you can see, not much going on. You may have a few spotty showers down there, southeastern Arkansas, nothing major. Then we have a front boundary that's going to move through as we get towards Friday. Friday, we'll keep an eye on this. I may have to add 20% props into the forecast for the front boundary that's going to come in. This front boundary is actually going to keep you from seeing a lot of severe weather as we get towards that Sunday and Monday time frame here. Something that we'll continue to keep an eye on here, but we do have a cold front that's going to come to save the day in terms of severe weather here in Arkansas. So we take this through, and then you can see by the time we get towards Sunday, we have yet another storm system that's going to rapidly develop out towards the west, and it's going to move our way as we get towards Sunday. You're going to have a lot of rainfall that's going to develop out there in eastern Oklahoma, northeast Texas, over into eastern Kansas, and it will start in far western Arkansas, and it's going to continue to move in, become more widespread as we get towards late Sunday and into the Monday here. So if you've got folks coming in on Sunday or on Monday, we may have some rainfall, some thunderstorms to kind of contend with here. So kind of let them know across the area here. And also, 1,000 millibar low pressure right there on the Red River. It's going to lead to some wind gusts, probably about 25 to 30 miles per hour coming into Arkansas as we get towards Sunday night and into the Monday time frame, which could have some impacts on the on air travel. So keep that in mind across the board. We'll have that information. If you guys would like that, we'll have that information on the page coming up over the next couple of days into this upcoming weekend here. So low pressure rapidly develops as we get towards this time frame here, Sunday to Monday here. Now, the wind shear component for severe weather is more than enough to produce severe weather here in Arkansas. Here is our problem here. Let's go over to the instability here. Now, if you go with the European model, this is the Euro, we will have to watch out for some severe weather as we get towards Monday, because you have a lot of instability you're going to work with. Right now, this is just one model, okay? The GFS is having some difficulties with this, but something that we will have to keep an eye on as we get towards the Sunday and the Monday time frame here. So, can we get the moisture back in time? Can we get the instability here? We'll have to wait and see. Let's take a look at the dew points for just a little bit. You can see upper 50, low 60 dew points will probably support some what's called low top supercells. We'll have to wait and see what ends up happening with that. But your shear is more than enough to support severe weather here in Arkansas. I want to make that clear. We have the wind shear. It's just, can we get the moisture back to support severe weather as we get towards that Monday time frame here? We will keep an eye on it. Like I mentioned before, it's not going to be any. Right now, we don't think it's going to be a significant deal because we will be lacking the moisture. But let's see what happens as we get towards this time frame here. So let's take this out. You can see with the GFS, the Euro, low pressure rapidly develops over here in eastern Arkansas, western Mississippi, and western Tennessee. You can see the cold air rapidly following behind this system as we get towards that Monday, Tuesday time frame. So if you have folks traveling that Monday, Tuesday time frame coming into Arkansas, we're likely going to be dealing with some showers and thunderstorms and very breezy conditions coming our way by this point. So let's go over to the temperatures. I want to show you guys how cold it's going to get. So let's take this out all the way through, and you can see by the time we get towards Wednesday morning, temperatures near freezing down there in northwestern Arkansas. Other areas in upper 30s, low 40s across the area. And you can see by the time we get towards Thanksgiving, I'm going to stop it right here, Thanksgiving morning. Keep in mind, the Euro is going to run a little warm compared to the other models. Temperatures starting off in the 30s, Thanksgiving morning, following up with temperatures in the 50s. I think this is probably a little too warm with the Euro. But we'll wait and see what ends up happening with this. Okay, now let's take this over to the GFS here. I'm gonna go back over to the instability, and we're gonna go to that exact time frame here. So let's take this out. You can see by the time we get towards Monday, not much on the board with the GFS. Okay, so there's the model difference between the GFS and the Euro right now in terms of severe weather potential here. So that's why I'm saying at this point, monitor it. We have the wind shear. I'm just questioning if we can get the moisture back or not. We'll see what ends up happening with that. Could there be some isolated severe weather? Could be a marginal risk on Monday? Sure, you can get away with it. But right now, I don't think it's going to be a massive big deal in terms of severe weather as we get towards the Monday time frame as of right now. But you know, things can and will change between now and then. So let's take this over to the GFS. Okay, and you can see the cold air really moving in by the time we get toward that Wednesday time frame. This is Thanksgiving at this point. High temperatures in the upper 40s, low 50s, near 60 down there in southern Arkansas. And you can see by the time you get towards Friday morning, it looks like right now with the new data, the majority of the cold air will miss us in the north and east. We'll see. You're a week out. Things can and will change between now and then, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to back this up to the 12th, and I want to talk to you guys about this because I've had a lot of people talk about, late month in early December. It's just going to be a massive snowstorm here in Arkansas. Now, I'm going to take you guys to the 27th, and we're going to show you this, okay? Do not trust this model, okay? Do not trust it. 300 hours out. Yes, it shows snow for Arkansas. The 18Z took it away, okay? You have to be careful with model data like this, especially right now, because you're going to see it. Everyone wants snow and cold, and you post on social media, and it goes ballistic. And it doesn't even happen, and then you have people that are upset. Do not trust this right now, okay? If you see this on social media, you see someone posting about it, unfollow them, because they're posting untrue, false information. The chances of this happening is slim to none right now. Is there cold air coming late month? I would put $20 down on it. I'd do it. I do believe you will have cold air. Can you get a system to work with it? Yeah, we'll see. But this is untrue right now. This would be a basically a winter storm for us here in Arkansas. Don't buy it. Do not buy it right now because I guarantee you it's not going to stay. If it does, I will gladly come back, say I stand corrected. We'll see what ends up happening. But this is not going to happen, folks. Okay, so please, 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 please keep this in mind. Okay, I know everyone's excited for the cold and snow. Everyone wants it. It's that time of the year. You got to use your judgment, guys. Okay, if we don't say it, it's likely not true. Because I'm very conservative with winter weather. I don't go out and say, this is going to happen without credible evidence that it will. So please keep that in mind, guys. So if you see something that's beyond 240 hours out and you don't have the support from other models, don't buy it, okay? I think it will get cold. Don't get me wrong. I do believe it will get cold late month and early December. But I'm not going to hang my hat on snowfall right now. And if there were to be any sort of chance of that, I think northwestern Arkansas would be the best favored area for that if that were to occur. But we'll see. So rant over. I wanted to get that out because I've had a lot of people blow us up about this today. It's not going to happen, folks. Okay, if it does, we'll let you know. But right now, no. I'm focusing more on the Thanksgiving week versus what's going on late month here, guys. So that's all I got for you guys this evening. Like I said before, we're going to have to monitor that Sunday, Monday time frame for severe weather potential. Cold air follows as we get towards Thanksgiving time frame. So we'll continue to keep you guys updated right here, your source for all things Arkansas weather.